The episode 5 preview points to escalating war, Rhaenyra reaching a breaking point, Aemond's return, and a major betrayal that could change the balance of power. Reports about the trailer also highlight fire, blood, and battles in the second half of Season 3, while avoiding confirmation of any specific death before the episode airs. What if the next episode of House of the Dragon changes everything we thought we knew about Team Black? What if Daemon's secret is finally exposed, Rhaenyra reaches her breaking point, and the war for the Iron Throne takes its darkest turn yet? Because the Season 3 Episode 5 preview is not teasing a simple continuation of the story. It is teasing betrayal, fire, blood, and consequences that could reshape the entire dance of the dragons. And if the trailer is telling us anything, it is this: someone's loyalty is about to be tested, someone's patience has run out, and by the end of Episode 5, Westeros may never be the same again. So today, we are breaking down every major clue from the official preview, analyzing Daemon's secret, exploring Rhaenyra's next move, discussing the biggest betrayal theory, and predicting what could happen when the war truly escalates. Now before we begin, a quick disclaimer: this video is based on the officially released Episode 5 preview, the mid-season trailer, and the story so far. Some of the ideas we discuss are predictions and theories, not confirmed plot details. With that said, the trailer gives us more than enough to work with. Rhaenyra looks furious. Aemond is back in the picture. Daemon appears to be hiding something. And the war is moving into a much more dangerous phase. So first, let's recap where the story left off and why Episode 5 feels like such a major turning point. Episode 4 set the stage for everything that is coming next. The conflict between the Blacks and the Greens is no longer just about political maneuvering. It is becoming a full-scale war, and every character is being forced to choose how far they are willing to go. Rhaenyra has gained ground, but victory has not brought peace. Instead, it has brought new responsibilities, new enemies, and new doubts. She is no longer simply fighting for her claim. She is trying to hold together a fragile alliance while the kingdom burns around her. Daemon, meanwhile, remains one of the most unpredictable players on the board. His actions may help Rhaenyra, but they may also create problems that she cannot control. And on the green side, Aemond continues to represent one of the greatest threats to Team Black. Even when he is not on screen, his presence hangs over the story. By the end of Episode 4, the message was clear: the calm before the storm is over. The first thing that stands out in the Episode 5 preview is the tone. Everything feels heavier. The lighting is darker, the dialogue is sharper, and the characters look like they are carrying the weight of the entire kingdom on their shoulders. One of the most important lines comes from Rhaenyra. In the trailer, she says, "My patience has its bounds." That line is crucial. It suggests that Rhaenyra has been trying to show restraint, but she is reaching the point where restraint is no longer possible. Another line in the preview asks, "Have I not shown you mercy?" This is one of the biggest clues in the trailer because it implies that Rhaenyra is speaking to someone she has already spared or tolerated. Who could that be? It could be an enemy. It could be an ally. Or it could be someone whose loyalty is now in question. The trailer also shows military preparations, dragons in motion, and characters reacting with fear and urgency. HBO is clearly building towards something larger than a simple political conversation. This looks like the beginning of a new phase of the war. Now let's talk about the biggest mystery in the title of this video, Daemon's secret. The preview strongly suggests that Daemon has made decisions that Rhaenyra may not fully know about. And if those decisions come to light, they could create serious tension within Team Black. Daemon has always been valuable because he acts when others hesitate. But that same quality also makes him dangerous. He does not always wait for permission. He does not always explain his plans. And he does not always consider how his actions will affect the larger alliance. So what could the secret be? One possibility is that Daemon has been negotiating, threatening, or maneuvering behind the scenes in a way that Rhaenyra did not approve. Another possibility is that he has taken a risk that could either secure victory or destroy trust. And that is why this matters so much. In war, enemies are dangerous. But allies who stop trusting each other can be even more dangerous. If Rhaenyra begins to question Daemon's loyalty, judgment, or methods, it could create a crack inside Team Black at the worst possible moment. The trailer makes one thing very clear: Rhaenyra is done waiting. Throughout the season, she has tried to balance mercy with strength. She has tried to avoid unnecessary destruction. She has tried to hold on to the idea that she can rule without becoming consumed by the war. But episode May 5 push her to a new place. When Rhaenyra says her patience has limits, it feels like a warning. Not just to her enemies. To everyone around her. This could be the episode where Rhaenyra stops reacting and starts dictating the pace of the war. And if that happens, the Greens may realize that they are no longer dealing with a cautious claimant. They are dealing with a queen who is ready to fight. The preview also confirms that Aemond is back in the picture. That is a major development because Aemond is one of the most dangerous characters in the entire series. He is ambitious, fearless, and closely tied to the power of Vhagar. Whenever Aemond is involved, the threat level rises immediately. The trailer suggests that he is preparing for the next stage of the conflict, and that should worry everyone on Team Black. Aemond does not simply defend. He attacks. He intimidates. He forces his enemies to respond. And if Rhaenyra is preparing to strike back, Aemond may be preparing to strike first. One of the most discussed elements of the trailer is the possibility of a major betrayal. Now, this is theory territory, so we need to be careful not to present it as confirmed. But the preview does seem to hint that someone may change sides, break trust, or make a decision that alters the balance of power. That is why the trailer feels so tense. It is not just teasing battle. It is teasing uncertainty. And in House of the Dragon, uncertainty is often more dangerous than open conflict. Many fans are asking the same question after watching the preview: is Episode 5 setting up a major character death? The honest answer is that the trailer does not confirm any specific death. However, the tone of the preview, the scale of the coming conflict, and the escalating danger all suggest that the stakes are extremely high. House of the Dragon has already shown that important characters are not safe. And as the war intensifies, the possibility of a shocking loss becomes more believable. But until the episode airs, we should treat this as speculation rather than confirmation. So here are my biggest predictions for Episode 5. First, Rhaenyra will make a decisive move that changes the direction of the war. Second, Daemon's secret will create tension within Team Black. Third, Aemond will re-establish himself as a major threat. Fourth, the episode will end with a development that raises the stakes heading into Episode 6. And finally, Episode 5 will feel less like a standalone chapter and more like the beginning of the second half of the season's endgame. So there you have it. The House of the Dragon Season 3 Episode 5 preview is teasing betrayal, war, dragons, and a major turning point for Rhaenyra. Daemon's secret could change everything. Rhaenyra is ready to strike back. Aemond is back in the game. And Westeros is moving closer to all-out war. But what do you think? What is Daemon hiding? Will Rhaenyra finally unleash her full power? And do you think a major character death is coming in Episode 5? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you do not miss our full Episode 5 review after it airs.